Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another reading. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. I don't know if it's just me or if I just have attachment issues, okay? But regardless, this video was inspired by Intuitive Rose, so shout out to her. Go fill her page up with love. I'll put the link in and I'll share the video. It's because like readings like this, they low-key have got me more interested now. I remember I used to watch readings like this and I used to be like so scared, like, oh, I don't want people to feel intimidated by me. I don't like feeling competitive, weird energy with people. But then I feel like now that I'm getting older, I'm now realizing I can't bury my head in the sand. Sometimes you gotta know, and then move accordingly, right? But with that being said, go subscribe to her. She's such an amazing reader, very, very intuitive. Like, she lives up to the name. I have 6 piles today. And also, guys, for those of you who are new here, I have another channel called Awkward Confidence, and that's where I post a lot of creative content, especially music. Feel free to check it out. No pressure though. Okay, so pile 1, we have intention. Pile 2, we have boat. Pile 3, we have authentic expression. Pile 4, we have mask. Pile 5, we have Kintsugi. And pile 6, we have modern. So go ahead and pick your piles and I'm going to start. So okay, so I don't like them being in frame. Distracts me. Sorry, guys. Especially me because I don't edit these. I just, yeah, you know the drill. Okay, so pile 1, 1 minute and 55 seconds. You guys chose intention. Okay, so let me just draw them out before I start speaking. We have they love you. We have respect. We have the hound and the pair, which is loyalty. We have 8 of Pentacles, which is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then we have fire sign energy with the page of wands. So why are people intimidating you? Or who's intimidating you first of all? Or why are people intimidating? In fact, no. Sorry, guys. I'm confusing myself. The title of this video is why, not who. Maybe I'll get into the who eventually, but why? Okay. Okay. So the reason why people are intimidated by you is the fact that a lot of people do love you. Okay, we do have love you. You could be popular. And when I say popular, I don't mean like you have a lot of friends, but you could know a lot of people in the area. Or if you have social media, you could have a lot of following, a lot of people who love you, adore you. When you post, there are a lot of people who like, share and comment and really ride for you. Or some of you may be invited out a lot. But this doesn't have to be the case. I feel like a lot of people do tend to love you. To know you is to love you, pile 1. You're very much a lovable person. You could have really warm energy. But this is also giving me, it's also telling me that people who are intimidated by you also do love you. So it's not coming from a place of like, I'm intimidated by you, but I have beef and animosity for you. Like, no, you have people who genuinely love you. You have people who genuinely adore you. And it's because you command a lot of respect. Now, I don't know if it's the way you carry yourself. I don't know if it's like what you do for a living, but a lot of people do respect you. And this seems very like authentic respect, not like superficial respect. Not like I respect you because you wear designer, or I respect you because you can get me into like certain events, you can get me into certain rooms, you can get me certain opportunities. Like, this is not coming from a place where people would use you. People genuinely respect you, and it could largely be because you have respect for yourself. And when you have a lot of respect for yourself, honey, other people start to respect you. And even if you have someone who, if you have struggled with a lack of boundaries, or you haven't respected yourself in the past, when you start to respect yourself, there's a shift. All of a sudden, the people that have been crossing you don't want to cross you anymore. Or suddenly there's some sort of vibration that gets sent out where people are like, okay, cool, like I know not to fuck with pile 1 now. So you command a lot of respect, but I'm not getting it's rooted in fear. It's rooted in genuine authentic admiration, because we do have the Page of Wands, and that is seen as someone who's admiring others. So people do admire you. For some of you, you could have gone through something that was very difficult in your life, and people often wonder how you were able to get yourself back up from the difficult times that you've gone through. For some of you, it could be a weight loss thing. You could have lost a lot of weight in such a short time, or you could have built a platform for something, a certain particular niche, and people will look at you like, oh my God, like I remember when they started from the ground up. Regardless of what it is, it doesn't have to be online. People just feel a lot of respect for you because they are inspired by you. You inspire a lot of people. For some of you could be influencers, but regardless, people do look up to you, and you are very attractive as well, because the Page of Wands can be someone who admires someone's beauty. So you could also have a lot of attractive traits, but regardless, people respect you and they feel inspired by you, and to know you is to love you, part one. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's your hustle, it's your drive. You guys are very ambitious. You, especially for my women here, you could be the type of women that are like, okay, cool, marriage is great and everything, but I aspire to be the rich husband. Like, you know, people are like, oh, like your husband must really love you. You must have a rich husband to have all of these amazing things. And you're like, I am the rich husband. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, not to say you guys are rich. Some of you could be, but this is more of a case of like, your hustle and your grind is honestly unmatched. Nobody can match the way you work hard, the way you are consistent, the way you show up for yourself. For some of you, it could be gym related. Like, you just know how to love yourself, and you know how to dedicate yourself to anything you've got going on, whether it be to a craft, a job, yourself, even your mental health, your physical health. Like, you are very consistent and you show up. You could also be a very good friend, a good lover, a good family member. Like, you're very consistent in your approach. Like, you could be a man/woman of your word, and people don't see you as flaky. Okay. Yeah, we have loyalty. There you go. You guys could actually have a reputation for being such a great friend, being very loyal to others. For some of you, this loyalty is coming from the fact that you're just, you have a lot of people who are loyal to you because you are loyal to others. Like, there's just something about people really seeing you as someone who is consistent and dependable. Okay. Even if it's not with them, it's like with yourself. Like, people feel like, yeah, you're very loyal and dedicated to the things that mean the most to you, okay? But we have intention. So you guys, it's your mindset I'm getting. Your mentality, you have a very abundant mindset, a very strong mindset that not many people have. Like, for example, you could be the type of person where you're like, I'm going to wake up early in the morning and go after my dreams, and I'm going to go for a jog. I'm going to do that. Like, you stick to whatever you say you're going to do, you do it. You're a person of your word. Okay, and people feel like you set the intention, and your intentions also come off as very genuine for others. Like, when you're getting to know people, it's very sincere. Like, if you're a woman, you're a woman's woman. If you're a guy, you're a guy's guy. Like, you just seem very wholesome. Okay, I heard enigmatic, and honestly, I don't really use words like that, so I heard that. Yeah, to know you is to love you, power one. And if anyone dislikes you, it's a direct projection of their own insecurities. You probably trigger people, but to know you is to love you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. That's why people are intimidated by you. Like, people are intimidated because they feel like, I've never met someone with a strong mentality. I've never met someone who's dedicated to their craft. I've never met someone, like, for example, when bad things happen to you, power one, you don't play victim. You're like, okay, what can I learn from this? Oh, I had to go through this to get to this. You could go through a lot of change in your life. So not many people are used to that. People are used to people always complaining. People are used to always people like looking on the negative side of life, and maybe you choose not to. Okay. But that's all I'm getting. I'm going to move on to the next pile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to join my membership, it's only £2.99, okay? Okay, with that being said, pile 2, 8 minutes and 48 seconds. You guys chose boat. So, why people intimidated by you? I think I said in part 1 that I was going to say who is intimidated by you, but I realized, no, the title is why. I'm just going to stick to why for now, okay? We have, you are a star. Okay. We have Scorpio. Some of you guys could be Scorpios or just embody Scorpio-esque energy. Scorpio rising as well, I'm picking up. We have the wolf and the rose hip, which is guardianship. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus, which is earth sign energy. Then we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So why are people intimidated by you? Well, you're a star. Even if you're not a star, like this is for my creatives mostly, but even if you're not a star, like you shine, you radiate. When you walk into rooms, you shift the energy there, whether you realize it or not. And it's something about you, but this is a blessing, but it can also come with its downfalls, because I'm getting some people may be intimidated by you, but there could be a hint of jealousy or a hint of envy, like, you know, what makes them so special. And it's weird because I'm not trying to diss you, pal, too, but you may look like you don't look like you stand out, but your aura and your energy really do stand out. Like there's something about you where like you can shift the room. I think there was also a reel on YouTube or Instagram that was talking about Marilyn Monroe, where she used to love New York City because she could just be herself and just wear normal clothes and no one will spot her. But if she wanted the attention, she would know what to do to kind of switch things up. And it's not even, it's so subtle. Like, it's not like she has an outfit change, or she just changes her whole energy, her aura. And all of a sudden she becomes more likable. Everybody starts watching her. Everybody starts admiring her, you know? So there's something about you that really stands out, that screams high quality, screams enigmatic, that screams celebrity energy. Even if you're not famous or you're not trying to be famous, and you know, it's not really about what you're looking like, it's more about like who you are, your essence. You just got that source power too, okay? And especially with the Scorpio here, some of you guys could be Scorpios or have it in your chart. And even if you don't have Scorpio is a very magnetic sign, okay? They're very intense. There's something about eye contact coming through. Like maybe you guys are the type of people to look people straight in the eyes, and this could be very intimidating, especially because you most likely you guys could be very attractive, and this is what gets people feeling like, oh, like, is there something going on? Like I'm getting a big intimidation. I'm also getting you guys, yeah, we have the Hierophant, so this is talking about reputation. You guys may have a reputation for being well liked, for being respected, similar to Part 1, but I'm getting this is more on a larger scale, where I think for some people here, it's in your community, but for others, it could be online, okay? Where a lot of people respect you and see you in a certain light. And it's funny because you may not see yourself in that way, but I'm getting it's like you carry an energy where if someone wants to be silly or someone wants to take someone for a joke, like as soon as they come across you, they know they can't do that. There are certain things where, this sounds so bad, but people can get away with treating other people like trash. But then when it's you, it's like, oh, I can't get away with treating Part 2 like that, so I'm just going to be on my best behavior. There's just something about your energy that just like forces everyone to like sit up straight, you know? Like you're very much adored, okay? You also are very good at protecting your peace, because we do have guardianship. I think this is not just you protecting your own peace and your loved ones. Like you could be very, especially if you're a parent here, you're a mother or you're a father, like you could be like, no one's like, it's reminding me of that song, like, something about brother. What did you say about my brother? Brother, like that thing on TikTok. I've always wanted a brother just like you. Yeah, like this is like very protective energy. So when it comes to the people you love or your kids, if you have kids, like you don't play, and people get really intimidated by it because you could be a very chilled, very mellow person, but when someone crosses the people you love, oh my God, like they better watch out, because Part 2, you don't play. Like you're very calm, cool, collected until someone like messes with the people that you love. That's when your claws really sink in. And this could be very intimidating to people because they feel like they can get away with certain things. And then if that happens, they realize they can't, you know? It's giving me flashbacks of the Kardashians where back in the day where Khloe used to hate Scott, you know, who was like Kourtney's father of her kids, right? She used to hate Scott, like she slapped him. She would be so mean and protective over Kourtney. So she would come off as very intimidating, okay? But you guys, I'm also getting with the guardianship that there are people who, because they have a lot of respect for you, there's something about high honor coming through. People change their ways and adapt to what they think you would like. So people may change their personality to make it more likable for you to digest. But I'm also getting it's like people want to protect you, especially if you're a woman watching this. Like you could be the type of woman where you're fine on your own, you're independent on your own, you have a good balance between masculine and feminine energy. But for some reason, people have this urge to protect you. So you could carry already a lot of feminine energy as well, where like people just look at you like, I gotta take care of Part 2. Like you could, if you're a woman here, you could have men who want to pay for your drinks or take you home or make sure that your safety is paramount, or like people just don't take advantage of you. Like they just want to protect you. Okay, for some of you could have also wholesome energy where people see you in a very innocent way where they're just like, I need to protect my pal too, or whatever it may be, because you command a level of respect, classiness. There's something you exude, and it makes people want to change their behavior. Okay, it's like, it's giving I'm in love with the church girl. Not to say that you guys are church girls, but it's giving that vibe where like she's so holy, like you can't just behave any sort of way around her, sort of energy, right? But we do have the 10 of Pentacles. So for some of you, people are intimidated by you because you're very abundant, okay? I say very abundant because what is rich? What is wealthy? We can't even tell anymore, because I don't even know what that is anymore. Like we live in a day and age where even if you have a regular 9 to 5, someone will be like, you're broke. Can you imagine? Yeah, that used to feed a whole family back in the day. So I don't know what is rich, what is poor, what is, all I know is you're seen as financially abundant, you're stable. You could even dress a certain way where you have high quality clothing. Not to say that there's name brands, but just the quality of things you wear is high quality, right? But it's also like you appear very grounded, very stable. You may have a house, you may have a car, and you may be quite young, where there could be people your age that they may not have these things. But there's something about you that just screams stability, just screams, I got this all by myself. I built this up brick by brick. No one handed this to me, okay? But if you are married, then people could be intimidated by you because they feel like you happen to have like that stability, that perfect unit, or if you have kids, that family unit, and that may make people feel like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm not worthy enough to be with or to be around such people because maybe I don't come from that background, or maybe I'll be judged. There's something about judging coming through. I think people fear that you will judge them, but you're not judging anyone, okay? But that's because people like to put you on a pedestal, okay? So then if you notice why people are acting something around like other people, but when it's you, it's kind of like they water themselves down a bit. They become more digestible, more respectful towards you. It's because they've put you on a pedestal and they don't want you to think lowly of them, okay? Like say for example, this is a weird example, but I'm getting a vibe where someone will listen to like a ratchet ass music, but then as soon as you enter the room, they're like, turn it off, like put something more classy. It's giving that kind of energy, okay? And if you are a teacher like myself, Hierophant, this is even more of the case, okay? People may see you as very educated, okay? But we do have boat. So people are also intimidated by the fact that no one can really throw you off track. So this is particular for the people who are jealous of you. No one can throw you off your purpose. With the boat, you handle it correctly. Sometimes you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's going on. But whatever is thrown at you in life, you always know how to get back up, or you always know how to ride the wave. It's giving... There's a quote that I saw that reminds me of this, where it's just like, I don't fight my demons, I learn their names. Like there's something about you that no one could really throw you off track. Like no matter what happens, or no matter how many people are shady, or whatever happens in your life, like you always know how to just move with the flow and not allow it to affect you. Like you balance things out, okay? Everything moves within your flow. And that could be really intimidating for people who they don't know how to problem solve by themselves, or they are used to complaining because they don't know how to help themselves. Like with you always find a solution. You always find yourself on your feet regardless, okay? But that's what I'm getting. It could be really intimidating for these people because they feel like people compare their life to, they feel like they are a mess. They feel like they need to get their shit together, whereas you come across as well put together. People, like, this may be further from the truth, but people think that your life is perfect. And maybe you only present certain aspects of your life to others, but people think you have everything handed to you, or not even handed to you, but everything is within your reach. Like, everything's good in your life. Like, you have no complaints because you may not complain a lot. But it may just be because you choose to focus on the good, and anything that doesn't work out, you'll find a solution. So people are jealous by your unwavering faith, or the fact that things appear to be well put together. And this can yield a little bit of envy, okay? But that's what I'm getting. I'm going to move to the next pile. Pile 3. So 18 minutes and 58 seconds. You guys chose authentic expression. Love that, okay? We have I love you. Okay. Ooh, people just be loving up on you. We have mixed. We have yes. I don't know what I heard. Yes, give us nothing. Yes, like I feel like with you, pile three, like you could do the bare minimum. You may have pretty privilege here, but you could do the bare minimum, and people will gas you up. People will be like, "That was good enough for me." I don't know why. For some of you in this pile, that's what I'm getting. We have the frog and the lotus, which is metamorphosis. And then we have the Emperor, which is Aries energy, fire energy. Then we have air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you could, like in people's eyes, pile three, you can do no wrong, okay? I don't know if it's due to pretty privilege or people just are I mean, obviously it's intimidation, but like there's something about you that is just, yeah, people just, they'll happily gas you up. I'm don't know what I'm tasting slash smelling, but it's very savory. I don't know what that is. Okay, sorry guys. I just channel some weird stuff and weird stuff happened to me because I guarantee you when I'm not recording, these things don't show up like that. So I know it was a message for you guys, but I can't remember what it is. Sorry. We have the Emperor. So you guys come across as an alpha, like you run shit. That's what's intimidating by you. I don't think you guys are controlling. You are only controlling of yourself, right? But there's something about you that just commands respect, especially if you're a masculine watching, if you're a male watching this, like you run shit, okay? There's something about you that commands a lot of respect. For some of you, you could have your own business because the Emperor is also a CEO. Some of you could have a business or a business on the side and people are like, oh my God, okay. All right, power three's got it going on financially, multiple streams, or you're the boss, okay? But there's something about you that is like, provider energy, like you have abundance. You may not be rich, but like you have a provider mentality. You can protect those you love. You are respected. You are feared, okay? And for some of you, it's because of your intelligence. The Ace of Sword represents communication, but it can also represent the mind. So there's something about you that's very intelligent. For some of you, you're very witty, but I'm also getting your clapbacks, okay? People could be really intimidated by you because you know how to put people in their place. Okay, and you're very blunt. You don't mince your words. Like you're a very honest person, and this is really refreshing because let's keep it real. Not many people are anymore. People are not this honest. People would rather lie to people to spare their feelings. But with you, pal three, you're not. You're authentic. Everyone goes on about I want to be authentic. I'm my best self. I'm real. I'm this. I'm that. But then when you come in around, like when you come in the room, people realize they're just playing this sort of facade. This is what they're telling themselves. Like they thought they were authentic until they come across you. Okay, like you guys, I feel like, bruh, you are so blunt. I feel like you're very honest. Even if you're a woman watching, I feel like you radiate so much masculine energy, and that's not an insult. I hate when women get offended by that. Like there's so many, like some men feel like if they tell women you're really masculine, that's gonna hurt their feelings as if it's a slur. And then some women genuinely get offended by it. But pile three, I'm gonna keep it real. You are in your masculine energy, even if you are a woman, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do not let society or red pill guys or the podcast, anyone with a podcast and a microphone, don't let them get to you, okay? There is nothing wrong with being masculine. We need masculine and feminine energy within ourselves, right? And you guys are just more logical. You guys are very blunt. People don't want to fuck with you, pal three, okay? You know how to tell people what it is, and you deliver the truth no matter how people are gonna take it. I'm not saying that you guys are mean with it, but like you're just blunt. If someone tells you like, oh, ask you something personal, you're gonna tell them the truth. Even if the truth hurts, you're gonna tell them because you feel like to honor someone, you have to be honest with them, right? So you guys are very intelligent. You guys are very honest. You're very blunt. You may have shit set up for yourself, but we also have metamorphosis, which tells me you guys are not afraid to change. You're not afraid to transform. If there are things that you need to work on or like go through some sort of self-development, you're not afraid to make those changes. Some people like to make excuses, but you don't. Like say, for example, if you've been putting on some weight, you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am getting a little bit more pudgy. I gotta lose the weight. Like you guys are blunt with others, but you can dish it as well as you can take it. If someone's blunt with you, you appreciate it, you respect it, okay? You make those changes, okay? For some of you, you're always altering your appearance, you're always altering your mindset. Some of you, you may have joined a religion at some point, you realize, okay, it's not for me, now I'm joining this religion, or now I'm not part of a religion. Like you're not afraid to make changes in your life that are where you're at, where you're resonating with, where you're aligned for, okay? And that can be intimidating because I feel like with some people, they are so comfortable staying the same. Some people are doing the same job they've done for many years. They may not like it. Some people are hiding behind masks. Some people are just doing things because they feel like, oh, that's what society expects of me. But you're not afraid to do something different. If you've been doing something for quite some time, you're like, okay, I'm not afraid to go to university and start a new course and get a new job. Or I'm not afraid to learn a new hobby even without uni. Like, you're not afraid to change, adapt, and evolve, okay? We do have a yes. So yeah, this is giving an energy of confidence, reassurance. And I feel like you guys don't seek validation in others. It's just like, my worth is not a group discussion, okay? I'm worthy because I decided I was worthy. That's the kind of energy you guys carry, okay? Very confident. And it's like, not even like a vocal confidence. It's like a quiet confidence. Like, people they just know that you value yourself, okay? We have mixed though. And I'm getting with this mixed, it's giving the energy of like, you could leave a mixed taste in people's mouths. So it's like, I'm getting actually a lot of messages with this card, but one of them is like, you could leave a taste in different people's mouths. Some people find your honesty, your authenticity, the fact that you value yourself, the fact that you have boundaries as something that they aspire to, that they really love. But others of people, they feel intimidated by it and they don't like it. They're just like, I hate path 3 because path 3 made me feel like shit. Path 3 made me feel like crying, like, because you may have had boundaries and you're like, sorry, like, I'm standing on business. It is what it is. And that's it, you know? And this may make people feel like, okay, I'm going to villainize path 3 because I don't like them. Path 3 is not a nice person. Some people even don't like confident people because they lack confidence in themselves. So you don't really take it personally. You're just like, okay, that's a you issue, you know? That's not a me issue. It is what it is, you know? So I feel like with you guys, you have like mixed emotions. Like, you stir up mixed emotions in others. Some people love you. Some people feel really, really like, oh, I can't stand path 3 because they made me feel insecure. But it's also, you weren't even trying to make anyone feel insecure. People be asking you questions and you be answering them, or if someone violates your boundaries, you're going to cut them off, and people feel some type of way about it, but it's called self-love, you know? But we have I love you. So people do feel intimidated by the fact that I'm not getting it's just other people loving you. I'm getting you love yourself. Like, with I love you, I feel like you guys are not afraid to be your authentic self, even if you know it's not popular, even if people don't really care for it, even if you feel like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb. You're like, okay, cool, but I love me. And that's all that matters. And because you love yourself, you are attracting people who are always going to love you. People, like, you could have changed. Like, this side of you could have been new. Maybe you weren't always like this. Maybe this is who you've had to become, or this is who you've recently become. But people do love it and adore and respect it. But I'm getting like, this I love you is more like you love yourself, okay? Because we have authentic expression. People are intimidated by your realness. We live in a world and society where everyone's fake. Majority of people are fake. Even the people who pretend to be authentic are fake. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's just like with you, it's really refreshing because you don't fake it. You're like, it is what it is. And being authentic doesn't mean, oh, I'm such a nice person and everything about me is great and I'm such a role model. No, being authentic is, I'm aware of what I need to work on. I'm aware of my flaws, but I own them and I don't care. Or I'm happy with myself being this way, and maybe to society, they're not going to be happy with it. But guess what? Who gives a shit? This is who I am. Like, that level of authenticity is what you guys exude, and it's really refreshing. Okay, and people feel intimidated by this, especially people who are more like traditional, or people who are more like especially women who are male-centered. Like, you could be the type of woman that's just like, I don't really care for male attention or male gaze or whatever. Like, it is what it is. I am who I am. I don't center my life around a man or a relationship. Like, you guys could be someone who's independent. You thrive alone, and that's another reason why people intimidate by you, because you are independent. You don't actually rely on another person for happiness, whereas majority of the people that feel triggered do. So they look at you like, why are you not married yet? Or why are you not in a relationship? Or why are you so happy even if you're on it? Like, why are you like this? Or even friends are like, oh my god, like, why don't you seek validation in our friendship? Why don't you come to me? Why don't you notice I'm here? It's just like, you're very independent. You could care less. And it's not to say that you don't care about anyone, but it's like, you're always going to put yourself first, and not in a way where it's just like in a shallow way, but it's like, this is giving recovering people pleaser. Like, you probably used to people please a lot when you were younger, and now you're an adult, you're like, fuck that shit. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that doesn't get me anywhere in life. That's only put me in further holes, to be fair. Like, you don't mind being there for others and being kind to people and helping them out when you need to. But what you won't allow is people to overstep, okay? Some people overstep their boundaries. I'm getting, yeah, people want to be close to you because they love your energy, but sometimes they may feel like they're bothering you. Okay, so that could be a bit of intimidation. Like some people want to invite you out, but they feel like you would say no. They feel like, I don't know if they're into me like that. You could have people thinking that, wondering whether you like them or not, but you do. But you just maybe just enjoy your own company more. So it is what it is. But that's what I have. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next pile. Pile 4. 2934. You guys chose mask. Okay, so why are people intimidated by you? We have trust your gut. We have lust. Ooh. I'm hearing what I know what this is from. This is from QT Subliminals. I'm obsessed with them. And I know a part of me is like, oh, let me gatekeep these subliminals because they're my favorite thing. But then I'm like, I don't want to be a hater. Let me help everyone transform their life. So subscribe to QT Subliminals because they make amazing subliminal music, and it's not even the type where you just hear affirmations over like rain sounds or over like a nice lo-fi beat, which I do. This is like they literally turn songs, like high vibrational songs, their affirmations turned into songs, which is so cool. So yeah, and the reason why I brought that up is because I'm hearing so it is spoken, so it is sealed. The love and the light can't be concealed. Okay, so I feel like this is giving an energy of you being very spiritual, and people can't hide things from you, okay? Especially with the mask. You could also mask your personality around people when you don't trust them, okay? We have the Crown, the Lily of the Valley, which is purification. We have fire sign energy with the 7 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we have the Devil, which is Capricorn, earth sign energy. So what I'm getting here is people are intimidated by the fact that they can't read you, okay? We have mask. And the reason why I heard so it is spoken, so it is sealed. The love and the light can't be concealed. I trust in divine timing. It's all aligned. Everything I desire is already mine. Like you guys are the type of people that you could come off as very spiritual, but you also know how to protect your own energy. With this mask, I feel like you don't reveal your cards, no pun intended. You're not as open with people. And it's not to say that you're not friendly, but you're just very selective. You don't give your energy to just anyone and everyone, okay? And this makes people feel like they're unworthy. It makes people feel like, am I not good enough to be close to Pile 4? Because yeah, we have trust your gut. You're very intuitive. It's like if you get a bad vibe from someone, you don't entertain it. Like maybe in the past you may have like been like, let me give so and so the benefit of the doubt. But I feel like now that you're older, you're like, no, anytime I gave someone the benefit of the doubt, they proved why I was intuitively feeling discomfort to start with. So I'm not even going to take that risk anymore. And quite frankly, I don't even have the fucking time for that. So I feel like you're very intuitive and you know who to be open with and who not to be open with. And this makes people who maybe not in your best interest a bit dodgy, okay? It makes people feel like they can't hide anything from you, especially when you look at people in the eye. They get really uncomfortable. These people feel like you're reading them, okay? Because we do have lust, so people do find you really attractive. But I'm also getting in the context of dating or getting to know people who come with really bad intentions or only lustful intentions. There's nothing wrong with lusting after the person you like, but if it's only lust, like this turns you off and you're just like, you can sense it when somebody's intentions is just to do the nasty and that's it. Like someone doesn't actually want to get to know you as a person. Someone just wants to, have fun with you. So you can sense it, but people find you very attractive. But it's weird because you're also good looking, but you're also very closed off to a lot of people. So it makes them feel very intimidated. Like, oh, like does Pile 4 think they're better than us? Or does Pile 4 feel like we're not good enough to be talked to? Like there's something about you being very reserved. Okay. We do have purification though. So yeah, you guys go through a lot of change, similar to Pile 3, but not drastic change. I'm getting like, you guys may cleanse your energy a lot. Like there's something about you that you bring a sort of different aura, a sort of different energy to the rooms around you. There's something about you that you bring something different. Okay. So even if people are used to being with other low vibrational people, as soon as you walk in the room, it's like they feel uncomfortable because you guys have gone through your own purification where you cleanse your own energy. If something isn't right, you kind of, things just don't align. I feel like, not to say that you're unfriendly, Pile 4, but you come across it in a way where if you're not vibing the same frequency as you, like you can't mesh well. Like there's a bit of discomfort, there's a bit of tension, okay? Like people feel very uncomfortable with you and they feel a bit of a tension when they're with you. So it could also be that like you're very selective. So someone can meet you and feel like, oh, Pile 4 seemed a little bit reserved, closed off, like they didn't like me. But then they see you hanging out with other people and they're like, oh my God, but Powerful looks so vibrant, they look so carefree. Why are they not like that with me? So it's like you can trust when something, even this could even, not to make you guys sound like paranoid, but this could even pertain for people who, like, you know, when you get to know someone, but for some reason you can't gel with them, you don't mesh well with them, and they haven't done anything wrong to you, but you feel very like uncomfortable with them for some strange reason. And then later down the line, like if you ignore it and you get to know them, later down the line you realize you were right all along. Like they end up snaking you, or they end up betraying you, or they end up doing something awful. It's giving that. Like I feel that with you guys, you could have dealt with friendship groups where there were people that you just kind of feel like, I don't know why, but I don't get a good feeling with this person, but I don't have evidence. But then you kind of gaslight yourself into thinking you're being judgmental, get to know them. Why are you feeling this way? They're doing all these nice things. Because, you know, some people say things like, oh, but so-and-so is so nice. They've done these nice things. I'm like, yeah, every human being on earth has done nice things. Even rapists have done nice things at some point. Even pedophiles have done nice things at some point. Like so many people have done lots of like nice things that have still not changed the fact that they've done some also evil things, you know. But with you, it's like you may have ignored this. You may feel like, okay, you know what, let me try and give this person the benefit of the doubt. Like they've done so many nice things for me. I don't know why I feel very uncomfortable around them. They're not doing anything wrong. Let me ignore this feeling. And then down the line they reveal why you were feeling discomfort. You know, they end up sneaking you, or they end up being disrespectful. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you had a feeling, especially people who come to you with gossip, like they talk about other people and you're just there like, I'm not entertaining this. Or in your mind, you're like, why is this person saying all these things about these other people? These other people are just minding their own business. They just look happy in life. Like, why is this person gossiping about them? And then it kind of leaves you thinking a mental note, like if they're talking about other people like this, then they're going to talk about me this way. So I need to distance myself or cut myself off from this person because the fuck. And sometimes people don't realize that they're revealing themselves. Like when people come to you talking about other people, and not even just like about situations, like talk about other people in a way where like they target people who haven't done anything wrong, but they're like, oh, do you see the way she looks? This looks so stupid. Oh, do you see how happy that person is? No one is that happy. Ugh, it's just irritating. Like, you know, people come up with really horrible things to say for no reason, just because they hate their life and they hate themselves. Or people who are so judgy, they're judging other people's stuff, but they're not judging themselves because they're running away from that. It's giving that energy. And I feel like with you, when you catch on to people like that, you don't want to be close to them, okay? So you may purify your circle a lot. You may cut yourself off from people that you feel like, no, I need to go through this detox. I need to detox my circle. I need to detox my relationships. If you've been in very toxic relationships, like, I need to detox that. I need to sage my house. I need to get away from people that bring such negative energy. I feel like you don't like to be around people with negative energy, okay? You like to protect yourself a lot. So you guys may wear an evil eye anklet somewhere. Yeah, with this 7 of Wands, you're like, if it's toxic, I don't want it. I don't want to know it. Yeah, because I feel like people are still drawn to you though. Like even if you're like putting up a strong ass boundary, like please stay away. Like I feel like people don't care. It makes people want you even more. And you may be diplomatic about it at first, and then when people are just not getting the hint, then you're forced to kind of just be upfront about it. Like what I mean is, say for example, you're the friend, right? And you're kind of getting a bad, weird vibe from someone. You may not reach out to them, but they're always reaching out to you. It's like one-sided because you're starting to see them for who they are and you don't want to be close to them. They're not taking the hint that you're not really making the effort to be close to them because you kind of sense that something's a bit off, but you may be trying to wrap your head around it. And that doesn't deter them. That doesn't make them stop and reflect and think, maybe this is one-sided. Maybe this person doesn't want to be close to me. They just keep trying even further. But I do feel like people do feel intimidated because they feel like you know more than what you lead on. Like you know too much, but you don't reveal it. Okay? Yeah. That's all I'm getting. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, just let me know. If you want to join my membership, it's only £2.99. But I'm going to move on now. So pile 5, 38, 38. Okay, so you guys chose Kintsugi. Okay, so why are people intimidated by you? We have beautiful. Oh, okay. Come through. We have no. We have the moth and the eucalyptus, which is an ending. And then we have the Queen of Cups, which is water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Then we have the Hermit, which is Virgo. Then we have the Ten of Swords, which is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So, okay, so why are people intimidated by you? First of all, with this no here, similar to powerful boundaries, you know how to tell people no. If people are like, hey, I want you to come to this place, I've invited you out, you're like, thanks, but I can't come. And you guys may even be so savage that you don't even explain why you can't come. You just say you can't come. Like, you're not afraid to tell people no. You're not afraid to let people down, be like, hey, sorry, I can't do that. Sorry, I'm not free. Or if you need a break from work, you're not afraid to take a break. Like, you're not afraid to say, okay, this has gone beyond my capacity of energy, so I'm not going to even bother for it. Some of you guys, I'm not going to lie, you may leave people on red. You may take a while to get back to people, and it leaves them feeling like, oh my God, like, does Power 5 like me? Like, you're not afraid to put your boundaries there, okay? And even an ending, you're not afraid to put endings to situations, toxic relationships, family, even workplaces, friends. Like, you're not afraid to put an ending to things. Like, I feel like this is, I should not laugh because it's not funny, but I feel like you're the type of person that people think that they're closer to you than what they are. Like, in your mind, you could be like, I was just trying to be nice. I'm just trying to be cordial. I'm a kind person, but we are not BFFs. We are not even friends. We're not like this, so don't get it twisted. Like, you could be the type of person where you're just nice to people, but people think you're closer than what you are. And the whole time you're just like, no, I'm just nice to you, but I never put it out there that we're BFFs. And the thing is, the reason why is because I feel like you may keep people at arm's length. Not everyone, but some people, right? And whenever they do you dirty, or whenever someone does something that you no longer want to be aligned with them with, or like you don't want to be close to them, you just cut people off. You guys you're very savage. You're the type of group that you be blocking people out of the blue. You're like, why argue back and forth when I could just block you? Why even bother with this argument when I could just ignore your existence? Why, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're the type of people that you're just like, I'm not afraid to end things. Everyone can get it. You know, like say for example, like, I like this energy about you because you're not a biased person. Like, if someone even does something like really like messed up and you're friends with them, you're not going to overlook it because you're friends. You're just like, I'm sorry, that's messed up. Bye. Like, you're that type of person where like you're only loyal to your moralities. You're loyal to your values. You're just like, sorry. Like, say for example, if you have a friend and your friend sleeps with someone who's married, or knows someone's taken and they try and take their man or their woman, or someone is like flirting with someone who's already in a relationship and their friend is like nonchalant about it, you're the type of person like, sorry, that's some fucked up behavior and I don't need to associate with that because today it's them, tomorrow's me, I'm the next victim, screw that. You know, like, you guys have really high principles, high morals, high values, so you're just kind of like, you're not gonna stick with people just because of the years you've known them. Okay, my battery's running out. You're not gonna support people just because you're friends. You're just like, nah, that's pretty fucked up. You know? So yeah, like, you're not afraid to put endings to things because I feel like you're naturally more detached, especially with this Hermit card. You're very much detached from people. And this Ten of Swords, like, yeah, you're never afraid to put things to an ending, no matter how long it's been, no matter how close people think you are. And I feel like you can't be guilt tripped, Power 5. You're a very powerful person. You cannot be guilt tripped. And this is what makes you really intimidating. Like, if someone does something and they know it's wrong and then they start crying, I feel like empaths who haven't really haven't discovered what boundaries are, right? They kind of overlook the bad thing because they're like, oh my God, like, I know you're just hurting. I know you're just going through what you're going through, love and light. Whereas with you guys, you're just like, you can cry all you fucking want. What you did is still fucked up. The consequences to shit. Go through it, you know? Like, you guys could be very, very, like, blunt with people. It's giving a lot of air, I can't lie. Like, you guys are the type of people, like, if you're dating someone, right, or you're in a relationship with someone and they cheat on you, you're not the type that would be like, okay, I understand. You're the type that, you cheated on me, blocked. I don't need to hear it. And if they start crying like, but baby, I'm sorry, you're just like, why are you crying? Like, why are you crying? You may even laugh at them. Like, why are you even crying? Like, you know what you did. I should be crying. Do you see what I'm saying? So you guys are the type that you're like, sorry, no, you cannot be emotionally manipulated. This is your superpower, Power 5. Nobody can emotionally manipulate you. What you care about is your own emotional stability, your own fulfillment, which you develop by yourself. You don't really seek external ways to feel emotionally fulfilled. But it's like no one can manipulate your emotions. And I feel like people who are really messed up, they prey on people who are empathetic and people who they feel like are very caring. And then they come across you who's both. Like dichotomy, right? You guys are very caring, very loving people. You give your all. But the moment you sense that someone is taking advantage of you, someone does not appreciate you, someone is disrespectful, someone is messed up, you're just like, fuck that. I'm going to take my kindness back because the fuck? Do you see what I'm saying? Like you don't have time for the shit because you're not afraid to stand on your own. You're very wise. People see you as very wise, especially if you're young. People may feel like you're old, not because you look old, but because of like the way you carry yourself. You've learned a lot of life lessons that maybe people who are 20 years, 10 years older than you, even 5 years older than you, that have not learned. Okay, so you're the type of person where you stand on business and you're not afraid to stand alone. Okay, you stand 10 toes down. Okay. Yeah, and we have beautiful. So yeah, people are intimidated because you're very beautiful inside and out. You're very good looking. You're very attractive, but you're very loving and caring. But you're not an idiot. Okay, you cannot be manipulated. Of course, everybody is susceptible to being manipulated, but it's very hard to manipulate you, pile 5. Okay. I'm hearing in a time of darkness and greed, it is your light that we need. Yeah, I feel like you're the type of person that if someone has a problem, they're going to come to you. You always have a solution for things. Virgo energy, like you always know how to solve the problem. And people always feel like you are someone who they can rely on. And that's intimidating for some people because they feel like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm always having to rely on them. Is it, like, are they superior to me in knowledge? Is it that they know more? Are they more, but even your looks, your beauty is intimidating. But it's also the fact that, yeah, like you stand on business. You're not afraid to cut people off. So some people in your life get scared that they'll be next because anyone can get it. Okay. We have Kintsugi. This is someone, okay, Kintsugi is about representing things that are broken, but they're more beautiful because of what they've gone through as opposed to feeling worse. Like if you take a plate, you smash it and it breaks. Some people will be like, oh my God, like it will never be the same again, but it's more beautiful in the Japanese culture, right? So similarly, this represents you. It's like, okay, I've been through what I've been through. Some of you could be like, you could have been married at some point. You could have had kids at some point. And to society, that's like, ill, used goods, right? But then with you, it's just like, nah, I'm glad I've gone through what I've gone through because not only have I graduated with a wealth of experience, but now I get to be selective with who has me. Now my standards have even risen because of what I've gone through, because high quality experiences or raising your standards, having a high quality or high standards will protect you from low quality experience. So now you take the lessons and you learn and you thrive, and then you don't make those same lessons again. This is very intimidating because people who don't know your past, they only know the version that you're giving them now. They don't know what it took to get to that level of who you are. There's some people who look at you and think you are perfect. You know damn well you're not. But even your flaws are seen as perfect to others. They know what you've gone through and they love how you embody yourself. But it's like, if people met you before when you didn't have boundaries or when you weren't this type of person, they probably would have pitied you or they probably would have manipulated you, depending on who they are, right? You would have been either manipulated by such people or pitied by such people. But who you are now, no one can cross you. No one can manipulate you. And people find you really beautiful because you stand proud in who you are and you don't allow anyone to take you off track, okay? You're very wise. You're not afraid to end things. You're very detached from people. And when I say detached, I don't mean nonchalant as in like you don't care about people, but you're not afraid to say, you know what? My self-respect comes first more than my feelings. I may love you, I may want you, but if I know that you're not the best for me, you're not working in my best interest, you're actually harmful to me, I'm going to cut you off. And you don't care. And people find that really, really fascinating. You set boundaries, okay? And you stand on business, which is really beautiful, okay? Anyways, I'm going to move on to the last pile 6. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, just email me. If you want to join my membership, it's only £2.99, okay? So, pile 6. 48 minutes and 28 seconds. You guys chose modern. Okay, I'm hearing a song that I made that I took this off of Spotify, but the video is on my other page. It's called A Blueprint, and there's something I mentioned in it. It's like it was such an old song. It came in my mind and then it left. Yeah, unconventional. Yeah, I even have that on my bio on Instagram. unconventional. There's something about you that's very unconventional. We have Leo. We have Pisces. We have lonely. I don't know why I'm hearing why wait. It's from Disney Channel. sharing my age. I'm 26, guys. Why wait? It's from the Cheetah Girls, but it's a Spanish woman that sings it. It's like, why wait? You're ready to do this. No, wait, you're already here. Like something like that. Like, it's your time, it's your life. Like, this is like a motivational song. Like, don't wait for the right time to do something, just get on and do it. So you guys could be very impulsive. Like, people are really intimidated by the fact that you're very confident. If you want to do something, you just do it. If you feel like making a great dish at 2 a.m., you're just gonna do it. Like, you're very adventurous, you just go for it, okay? Or if you want to sign up to something, if you want to learn to take, I don't know, ballet lessons, you're like, I'm grown as fuck and I'm heavy as fuck, but you know what, I'm gonna apply because I want to do it. Like, you try new things. You're not intimidated by anything. Like, I feel like you're not afraid to do new things, okay? We have thinking of you. We have the skunk and the magnolia, which is protection. We have air sign energy with the 5 of swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have earth sign energy with the page of pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, you're not, people intimidate by you because you're very adventurous. Okay, this is giving Sagittarius energy. You're not afraid to try new things. You're not afraid to explore. You're not afraid to just be daring. And especially if you're a woman here, because people may expect you to be a bit more like, you have to be a bit reserved. You have to be a little bit like this, kind of be in your little corner. And you're not. You're not like that. Some of you guys could come across one way to others when they first meet you, like maybe quiet. And then when they get to know you, they realize how bold and confident and outrageous you really are, you know? Because we do have Leo. Leo's ruled by the sun. Leos love themselves. A lot of Leos are like, yes, I've arrived, okay? I've arrived. I am the sun. I don't need permission to rise. Like, this is giving Leo energy, right? You guys are, that's very intimidating for people who haven't got to that place in life where they can authentically love themselves and put themselves first. Like, you could carry a lot of Leo energy even if you're not a Leo. Like, you could really love yourself and you value yourself. You see yourself as the main character. It's giving main character energy, okay? But we do have lonely, and I'm getting this lonely is coming from the fact that for some of you, it's giving popular Lola. Not Lola. Who's Lola? Popular loner. There you go. Like, it's giving like, everybody loves me. I know a lot of people, but I don't really have a sense of community. Like, I'm getting like, you're the type of person, right? You don't have a community. You don't have like, oh, these are the go-to people that support me. Or these are like, this is like, I thrive on my own. And I do things by myself. Like, if you want to go out and try something new, like try a new restaurant, try a new activity, or meet up with people, or watch a movie, cinemas, or take yourself out, you do it by yourself. Now, you could have certain hobbies or things you're interested in and you don't have friends to go and do them with. Or maybe you do have friends, but your friends are just a bit more on the shy side, or they're not interested in certain things that you're interested in. So you're kind of like, okay, I'm just going to go on my own and see what happens. Like, this is making me think of like my best friend's little sister. She loves to ski. She'll just go on her own. You know, she doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if like no one else wants to go with her. She'll just go on her own. If she wants to have a nice, beautiful, lavish meal, she's going to get it by herself. She's not going to worry about bringing people with her. Like, you guys could embody that energy of popular loner, where you're the main character, but at the same time, it's like you don't wait on people. Like, if you want to do something, you do it. This kind of reminds me of when I, with my song Queen of Swords, before it was Queen of Swords, I was meant to do a collab with my friend, or an ex-friend, who lived in America, and we were meant to do a collab of something completely unrelated to Queen of Swords, by the way. And me, because I'm very impulsive, I feel like they were taking too long. I'm like, okay, I ain't got this sort of time. I want to push this out till this day, and you're not working with me. So at that point, I'm just going to make it my own song and change the whole theme and just do what I need to do. So that's what I did. And then it became a single by myself. And I actually really love it to this day. And a lot of people do love that one, you know. So I'm just thinking, I didn't expect people to actually enjoy it, you know. So I feel like you guys don't wait on anyone or anything. If an opportunity knocks, you guys just go for it. You guys are very adventurous. Even if you're shy, like, people may feel like, social anxiety fears you, but you may actually be shy deep down, but you just push yourself. You're like, yeah, this makes me nervous, but how am I going to learn to become confident if I don't keep pushing myself to try new things? Okay. With the Pisces energy, you guys could also be very intuitive people, very creative people. So people are very intimidated by the fact that you may have a certain hobby, certain skill sets, talents, but also be very intuitive. Like, people can't lie to you. And this is really, really intimidating, because it's like, all you need to do is look at someone in the eyes and they feel like, oh my God, why is past 6 reading me? Okay. But yeah, we are thinking of you. So I do feel like a lot of people do be thinking of you. You live in people's minds rent free. So even people who don't like you, they can't stop thinking about you. Like, they can't fathom why, but there's just something about you, it gives it factor, even if you're not loud about it. Like, you stay in people's minds rent free, okay? But I feel like with the lonely here, you like to isolate yourself a little bit, and it's because you like to protect yourself. You have protection. I'm getting this is not protection of others, this is protection of yourself. When it comes to the things and people in your life that you really value, you also protect them. You may not post your relationship if you are in a relationship. You may not post your friends if you value your friendship somewhere. Like, you may keep things a little bit private, but like, I'm getting like you protect your energy overall. So you don't want to always give your energy to just anyone and everyone. I've had people ask me like, oh, like, why don't you want to be as talkative and as social at work? And are you afraid that you're not going to be accepted? Like, you know how psychologists and therapists be like, they just find a problem that's not there just to talk about it. Is it your childhood? Yet the whole time it's just like, nah, I'm good. I'm great. My childhood was great, actually. I just feel like not everybody is basically worth my energy. Just what I'm saying, like, I can't vibe with just anyone. There's some people who are going to drain my energy. They're energy vampires. There's some people who are very jarring to be around. There's some people who just won't simply understand. There's some people who I just don't want to be close to. And it's not personal. It doesn't have to be a beef or a hatred or animosity. You guys could be on good terms, but you just don't vibe with everyone, right? And it's just natural. Sometimes you don't know why you don't vibe with people, and you just don't, or whatever it may be. So with you guys, I feel like being in that energy, like, you just know how to protect your own energy. But I'm also getting like the fact that you may keep yourself a bit to yourself with the thinking of you. It has people wondering like, does Pal 6 like me? Because I'm hearing Hell Yeah Fucking Right by Drake and Lil Wayne. Like, I'm hearing the part where they ask a lot of questions like, do you love this shit? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Are you single? I heard you. Is it true? You getting money? Like it's so many questions. I feel like you stay in people's mind because they start asking about you in their head. They're like, does Pal 6 like me? Did I come across as weird to Pal 6? I wonder if Pal 6 would like me. Like, people genuinely have you on their mind, like, rent free, and they're trying to figure you out as well. Like, I wonder if Pal 6 is into this. I wonder if Pal 6 is into that. Okay, because we do have modern, so unconventional energy. Like, you guys, you're not made to fit in. You stand out. Okay. Yeah, you stand out. You're not meant to be like everyone else. And I hate to sound like there's people like, I'm not like the others, like a pick me, but it's so true though. You guys do stand out. You're not like everyone else. You're not cut from the same cloth as anyone. It's weird. I don't feel like there's a community. Like, if you join a new class, like, you may feel like you don't fit in, no matter where you go. This is a part that does not fit in, but this is what makes you intimidating, because you don't care. It's like, you can't sit with us. On Wednesdays we wear pink, and you're just like, I don't really care to sit at your table, quite frankly. It is what it is. Like, I'm happy by myself. It's giving that energy, okay? With this 5 of Swords, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you guys may be a little bit feisty. You're not afraid to speak your mind. You're not afraid to get into debates with people. You're not afraid to have your altercations with people. I feel like people feel intimidated by you because they feel like they're competing with you. Can you clarify? Sorry, I hadn't even asked a question. Can you clarify this 5 of Swords? Because I'm not getting just arguments. This is another energy I'm getting. Can you clarify 5 of Swords? Yeah, you have people competing with you. Okay, that confirms it. Like, some people get really competitive with you, and you're just like, I'm not even trying to compete with anyone, but hey, I'm going to keep being myself, so good luck competing with yourself. Like, I feel like you attract people who want to compete with you, and I think it's to do with career, especially if you do something online. Like, people want to, like, compete with you, and you're just like, I did not know this was a competition, but okay, We have the Queen of Cups as well, clarifying the 5 of Swords. Like, you're not afraid to get in a debate, okay? But why is the Queen of Cups, though? What's that got to do with 5 of Swords? Yeah, you're not afraid.